This is the CJ versus AJ podcast. I am always and forever will be your host, CJ.
And I'm AJ.
And I am playing part 9 of the Pokemon Dark Rising Hack Let's Play. Since the last left off, I have been doing some grinding, because I have found out that the gym in this city is a fire gym. I don't know if you remember what Pokemon I have, but unfortunately, aside from Dick Chomp, they are all fire or types that are weak against fire, so I'm thinking that I'm going to get my ass kicked in this gym, so I've tried to do a little bit of leveling up to sort of help ensure that that didn't happen that bad. So we're going to do the first fight and see what happens, because if I can't beat the first guy, I'm definitely not going to be able to beat the boss. A little tidbit that I feel like I should share with you is, for a change, I am playing this during the day. Normally Let's Plays are done early in the morning or late at night when, as I've mentioned before, we are too tired to really be entertaining. It's arguable whether we can be entertaining whatsoever in the first place, but... Did I miss? Yes, I did. But, you know, here we can actually be a little bit more coherent, maybe. I'm at home. That's another thing, is that unlike some other YouTubers and Let's Players, I do not do this professionally. The podcast doesn't make any money yet. Hopefully, in the future we will. But I do have a day job. I work at a desk all day, so I really don't have the leeway to make games all day. And today, the TTC, for the uninitiated in your Toronto knowledge, is our subway transit system, the Toronto Transit Commission, something like that, for buses and streetcars and whatnot. That's completely fucked up. I could not get into work. I left at like 8 in the morning, and by 9:30 I had gotten half a mile or a mile into the city with a couple miles to go. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna stay home and play video games.
And this comes suspiciously the day after we had, like, strange occurrences in our apartment building, and apparently the building next door, it's really hard to determine, with a lot of paramedics and police and so forth outside. And the short version is, we think that there was a dead body in our building, and now, you know, like, nothing is running, and I'm suspecting this is the beginning of the zombie apocalypse. I'm just, like, thinking zombies are gonna come to the door any minute.
Well, to expand on that theory as to why she thinks it's a zombie apocalypse, is yesterday, I guess we'll start from the beginning. We were doing laundry, went downstairs, and all of always smelled completely rank.
Sort of like rotten eggs or something.
Yeah, something like that. And we couldn't really tell what it is. We didn't think much of it until we went outside of the building and we noticed that there were 2 cop cars and an ambulance outside of our building, and then to the building beside ours there was 1 cop car and 1 ambulance. We don't know if the things were related or if it was just a coincidence, but it was kind of an awkward sight. In retrospect, we're thinking that the horrible smell we smelled with our wonderful noses was actually a dead body.
Now, passing by again, they had the doors to the stairwell open on the floor below us, and like fans set up blowing whatever the scent was away and so forth. And yeah, we saw people in like ties and stuff later who looked, to me, sort of like mortician types. I have no idea what was going on, but this is my, assumption.
Yeah, and it's more than just the ties. They could have been coming home from work. They
dressed very much like morticians.
There were 2 guys in black slacks and crisp white shirts and things like that. I beat the first guy, by the way. We're getting so engrossed in this story. There were 2 guys, black pants, white t-shirt, their matching ties. They were clearly
t-shirts.
dress shirts.
Yeah.
They were clearly from the same company coming in, and as we were leaving, the cop that was stationed outside the building was talking into his radio saying they were here. So they're either a cleanup crew, morticians, something.
We just could have very morbid imaginations, but I can't really see a reason for, like, a paramedic if it was just sort of like, I don't know, a gas leak or something like that. You know, you don't really need to bring in paramedics for that.
I don't know. Basically what we're saying is that there could be zombies running around downtown, which is what's fucking up and gridlocking the city. So I'm here playing Pokemon instead, because that seems like a logical thing to do. I've said that I should totally go and get a collection of like ice cream and Chinese food. I don't know if we said that, but that's why we were leaving the building, was to go get that main staple of food. And I'm thinking, well, if we're gonna die, we might as well do it with video games and junk food. Sex might be involved later, just to sort of like say, hey, we did that too, but I mean...
I think that's too much information.
Video games and junk food first. Anyway, boss battle time. You will not be able to defeat me. Let's do this. Bring all you got, because the one that is going to be defeated is you. Strong words from a young trainer. The inappropriate capitalizations and things like that bugs me. Alright.
I don't think there was a question mark on that, and it was like, are you ready to eat those words?
She's got cool hair. Kinda looks like a palm tree, but cool hair nonetheless. Big tits, which is awesome. She seems to have an M on her t-shirt. Leader Fiery. Hi, Volks. I have one of you. Alright, does anyone think that I'm actually going to be able to win this? Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, bye, Boba. I believe, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I have the experience share on Mothra. I'm hoping that Mothra will be able to sort of gain enough level and sort of, I don't know, maybe switch types or get a high defense bonus. I don't know what its evolutionary form is. I'm just hoping that it's going to be something that can sort of battle fire Pokemon and whatnot for this gym. But it doesn't need to be evolved. It's fucking level 21 now, and it still hasn't tried to evolve. A lot of the other ones like Bulbasaur and Dick Chomp and stuff, as I mentioned, I've been holding them back evolving, simply because I want you guys to be sharing that moment with me. But the Mothra just hasn't bothered to even try yet, so maybe it doesn't evolve. Maybe it's just going to be a little bug the entire game.
Well, at least we won't have the embarrassment of it turning into like a bee or something, and then you've named it Mothra and it doesn't even fit.
It's taking a while to kill this fucking Vulpix.
Well, in fairness, I think you are at a disadvantage.
You're at a disadvantage. It's gonna like wake up and wipe me out in like one hit. Ugh. Fuck you. Fuck you! I'll throw my little dinosaur shits at you. If you could have sex with any Pokemon, which Pokemon would you have sex with?
Pass.
Alright, of the Pokemon you know, which Pokemon would you want as a pet? Keep in mind, folks, that AJ has not had extensive background knowledge on Pokemon. We technically beat which? I think it was Pokemon Generation 1?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we got through like the Elite Four and then we stopped playing and didn't bother doing the after story. So she knows the first generation Pokemon and very little of the second.
And it's been such a long time since we actually played anything Pokemon prior to this that there aren't a lot of like the...
I'm dead. Okay, go on.
There are, to me, the known Pokemon, because I don't know how popular one thing is another. There aren't a lot of them still sort of like banging around in my head, so my immediate answer is something boring like Charmander, and you know, then it would burn the apartment down. So
Charmander was awesome though. I'm hoping that I can just use some of my shitty fire Pokemon to chip away at the weaker ones of the gym leader. That way, by the time we get to the final guy, Dick Chomp can just sort of sweep through whoever's left. That's my theory.
it's a good theory. Let's see if it works.
I know it's just sort of... No, the perspective isn't wrong. The Vulpix is huge compared to my Ponyta. Because perspective-wise, my Ponyta should be a lot bigger than Vulpix.
Yeah.
But Vulpix is like 25% bigger.
Your Ponyta is just like
Houndour.
a little colt or something.
I caught a Houndour.
It's cute.
Have you seen the evolution form?
No.
It's just a big rabid dog. It's called Houndoom. That's why I named my Houndour Dr. Doom.
It looks kind of like a Doberman, and I like Dobermans.
Oh, aren't you fancy? I'm actually doing decent. I thought I was just gonna get my ass handed to me, but I mean, if I can kill this Houndour, then I'm definitely gonna win because I'm gonna have like 4 Pokemon to the leader's one other one. Actually, did she have 3 or did she have 4?
I think it was 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, not all that concerned. Not high stakes at all, I guess.
It's really counterintuitive to walk into a fire gym with mostly fire Pokemon and still manage.
With my luck, the next gym's gonna be a water gym. Fuck you, Carrie. I feel like I gotta sneeze. There's no sun out for me to look at.
You and your weird mutation.
Bless you. Thank you. I don't actually, not to get into too much ugly descriptions, I don't actually sneeze out loud, or no, I do sneeze out loud. I don't projectile sneeze. Fuck that, Carrie. When I sneeze, it's sort of like the sound and the action, but nothing actually goes out. Come on, Cindy Lop. We're at the 10-minute mark of this Let's Play.
Keep going until you defeat the gym leader, hopefully, at least.
We're gonna go a little bit long, folks. Quick attack. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, the Houndour had done like...
Evasiveness?
Yeah. Come on. Bye, Houndour. Alright, I'm guessing I'm not gonna know what the next Pokemon is.
You mean
Heatmore.
Not going to recognize it?
Yeah. I don't recognize the name, that's for sure. Oh, I think that's the evolved form of that weird-looking, like, mole thing with the little scoop for hands that we saw in the cave.
Was he a fire guy?
I'm guessing he was a fire guy, because look, there's his claws.
I have to say, that little pattern just down near his crotch looks like a weird deformed penis or something.
It probably is. When in doubt, it's a penis.
Seems like a good rule.
There's a case in Toronto not too long ago. Well, depending when this video comes out, it could be a very long time ago. Thunder Punch. That was unexpected.
Ooh, okay.
There's a case where a guy was arrested in a Toronto Public Library for masturbating. And it wasn't as simple as just masturbating, you know, with his penis. He was masturbating with a cucumber. I don't mean he was having sex with a cucumber using it like a fleshlight, but in one hand he had his schlong, and then in the other hand he had a large cucumber, and he was holding that while masturbating. And, you know, as you'd expect, the librarians phoned the police and he was arrested in act. What is really incredible about this story is that, A, it doesn't affect me. Ha 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 ha. What's incredible about this story is he had been doing it week before. The police didn't get there in time to catch him. And not only that, but he had been arrested for the exact same thing about a year prior. So it makes you wonder when he was when it was reported the first time that, hey, we've got a guy, hey, victory! When we've got a guy in the library masturbating with a cucumber, that's something the police would go, hey, that's very unique. Maybe we should look up if this has been done before. Because, I mean, I don't know how the police system works, but when you type up your report, I'm sure it uses those keywords and it makes it searchable. So when they type in, like, Toronto Library Cucumber Masturbation, this is the first guy that's going to come up.
That sounds like a pretty advanced system.
They're the police! They should have advanced systems.
Yeah, you're putting too much faith in this.
Oh, and speaking of, like, the place while we're in the same video, there was 2 other cop cars on the way to the store, not outside of our building. I believe 4...
Sort of like parked beside the street.
Yeah. Hey, Mothra's evolving. 4 out of all the cop cars we saw had police sitting in there on their phones or on their computer just hanging out. Alright, what is this? Anything that looks good. And it is... Hurry up.
What the fuck is that?
Fucking ugly. It's Frieza's fucking pod from Dragon Ball Z.
A whirlipede.
That better be the cocoon form, and that's not the final thing. That was a huge letdown. I was super proud of my Mothra. Oh.
Is it like a centipede rolled up into a wheel or something? I can't figure out what the fuck we're seeing.
I just want to poke it in the eye. Alright.
I just want to rename it Oculus.
Wait, take this with you. I received TM50 from Fiery. Contains... What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, fuck you. Yeah. Give me my badge. Enough power to put out my fire.
She already did.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was very distracted by the, dick cocoon thing we just got.
Actually, you were talking about policemen on their phones.
Whatever.
You were just like, button mash, button mash.
Alright, this was part 8 of the Pokemon Dark Rising
This is
Let's
part
Play.
9, we already did.
Part 9. I'm very upset about this Mothra development. Please tune in next time for the next installment of this Let's Play. Signing out.